So this is my new computer setup. No, I'm just kidding. I got this one sitting over here. Um, I kind of like this guy. This one's kind of neat. It's got the drives behind here, but one of the things that's really bad about this one, these are plastic and they don't actually stay in where they're supposed to be. This is busted in here. It's like that on both of the bottom. Otherwise, this is kind of neat because it has meters on the front, but the problem is they went way too plastic. This almost looks like it has two tags on it. I guess not. So this was like a no-brainer for the price that I paid. In fact, there was a video card in it when I got it. I don't remember what this is, like an i3. I think this is an i3. This is an Intel board. Let me turn that off. Maybe we can read it better. They don't really like to mark their boards where it's easy to tell what the hell it is. If you look up this number right here, the 21B6EL, or 21B6E1, that actually comes back. But I think the real name of the board is probably right here. I think it's a DB75EN. This is probably Z75. A 75 Intel controller right there. It's really old, but it's got SATA. It's got a parallel port on the back. It's just kind of cool. So, and these fans are actually really nice. The PVA. They're real nice. Nicer than the rest of it. I put this power supply in there. It was not in there. I bought this power supply for like $7 or $9. I don't know if this is any good. It's called a Rosewill. Value series. So, you know, if it works, it works, right? If it doesn't do anything weird or wipe out my radio with RFI, which some of them do, I'm good. Very basic kind of board, but I mean, like, you could do worse. But yeah, I think it's an i3 processor or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Boy, they've been using these damn things forever. So I'm going to fiddle with this a little bit later, and I don't know what else I'll do. But I got this one here. I don't know if I have it sorted yet or not. I just kind of have to keep fiddling with it. I think maybe this hard drive, CD, DVD drive might be bad. There's this one over here. This is actually probably was the fastest computer I had until I got this one, but that one's got problems. This is an i8400, i5 8400. No, i8400. I'd love to have it in a better case. And I've got an OEM HP 1060 graphics card, which is only 3 gigabytes of DDR5, not 6. But what that means is that it probably draws a lot less power. And I'm not a gaming type of person, so I don't really care about the graphics cards in most cases. This is the first one I've seen in a long time where you have no choice. It doesn't have embedded graphics. I think this one does. So this one here has a DisplayPort, DVI, and RGB. And this one has nothing. I'm honestly of the personal belief that these Aorus motherboards are not good boards. I think it actually might be, the problem with that one might be something on the motherboard. But, so that's a 7 series chip with a 2066 socket. Why does that not have embedded graphics? It seems a little strange to me. Okay, but what we're going to do, we're going to come over here and we're going to run this one. And we'll see what kind of benchmarks we get on this one. Oh, I don't need that in here. That's a wireless mouse. And I'm using the MSI gaming mouse, which I really like, except for it doesn't seem to memorize my settings. And it has different speeds that it works at, so... but this is my test bench where I test stuff. So, we're going to do some more work on this. This has a kind of a crappy, nasty power supply in it also. It says active PFC, whatever that is. Power factor correction, probably. Which just means like some gigantic capacitor, usually. Anyway, this is a Cyber Power case. I don't know what was in it. I bought it empty for $7. I just bought just the case. And it had maybe a DVD drive in it or something, I think. And all the fans in it were no good. So what's kind of confusing is I looked up this processor. And it's actually newer than the other one that has the other socket. So this has got the 1151A or something. So there's an 1151 and then there's another 1151. And well, they don't really tell you that they're not the same, I guess. I don't know what the difference is, but anyway, this is newer, but it has embedded graphics. But it has a different socket than the older i7-7800X. So I guess it's what they would call X series, X299. Because this is a Z370. I don't know what all that means, but seems like it's the Intel controller chip that they use. And that we were looking at a Z87, Z97, and then whatever else would have been in between there that I don't have. But I like this one better. It doesn't. This thing draws a lot of power with very little gain in performance. It's about double the draw. Let's see if we got this thing hooked up. I'm going to do a couple of things with this one. I'm going to benchmark it with the video card and without the video card, which means that Windows is going to go nuts when I remove that video card. These are those horrible Kingwin LED fans that all burn out and fail. Oh, we don't have... Oh, I pulled the memory out of it. The module you found... please follow the instructions and move the yellow to the green. They're very picky-ticular. Okay, let's see. They don't leave that screen up. Move the yellow marked RAM to the arrow optimized slots, A2 or B2. Okay. And apparently if you don't do that... Well, now it finally does work. Let's go ahead and shut it off. I'm going to actually just go ahead and put... I'm going to put 32 in it. So that would be a 32 gigabyte dual rank card all by itself. So what I need all matching sticks of RAM. This is 3200, which is great, but I don't have a matching stick for that. Well, let's see if it still gives me grief. I kind of want to get this fan out of here too. Pretty sure I can hear it making noise. What the hell? Is it going to tell me something stupid again? You didn't put it in the right one. I swear to God I put it in the right one. I don't know, is it the processor that's throttling? Okay. I'm gonna just start Windows normally. Ooh, this looks familiar, doesn't it? The boot selection failed because the required device is inaccessible. Well, I had a bunch of RAM in it. And the hard drive's still in there. Everything else is the same. I'm starting to really run into lots of problems with Windows lately. It's amazing. I don't know why, but anyway, it seems to be an issue suddenly. I don't want it. I just want to start Windows normally. Maybe 32 gigabytes is too much for this poor thing. See, yeah, there you go. Windows really just doesn't like hardware changes, it seems like. It's like you can like do whatever you want almost, but it doesn't like hardware changes. But the funny thing is, I've been able to swap a lot of these drives from like one motherboard to another. If I do that, it's not going to do anything. Why would you need to do that? Oh my god. You know, we actually might be on to something here, because this is doing the same thing that did. And what's the common denominator? Oh, the 32 gigabyte stick of RAM. Let's try this one more time to show you what happens. We don't get to see what that screen is. But anyway, it won't start. So, I've never experienced this before. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a replacement. If I'm within my 30 days, hopefully. Because I think it might be that stick of RAM. Well, let's go and see if we put this one in here. If it suddenly works with this one. Alright, I pulled the Viper out. I don't think I've had this but 2 weeks, maybe, so I should be able to return it. What I'm going to do is I'll return it and get something different. I'll get two 16s or 4/8s. You get 4/8s and just put it in there. That'd be the way to go. 4/8s, 32. I don't think I need more than 32. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do. My other computer I use all the time only has 32 in it. So let's see what it's doing now. Okay, let's skip this. Okay. Okay. This is really strange because it actually didn't do anything to this one other than pull everything out of it. I could actually just go ahead and put all my RAM in here like it was. It doesn't even let you do anything. It doesn't even try. The boot selection failed. Now, one common theme that we have here is these all have Windows, and we all have used Mass Gravel, and maybe they've figured out some kind of thing to pull your Windows boot manager and be like, oh, ha 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 ha. Some security update maybe has rendered it useless, because this was also updating when I last used it. Alright, well, we'll humor them. I mean, I don't know. What else could I do? The boot selection failed because the required device is inaccessible. That's really weird. Okay. So, anyway, I got the radio in the background, sorry. Let's see what this thing's gonna do. I have had no problem with this one. which is what's just really strange. It's definitely sitting here for a minute. Why don't I go into my board and see if there's anything out of the ordinary? It says, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and boot Windows now. Yeah, would you like to reinstall Windows for the 90th time? Okay, we'll try this. I really highly doubt that this is going to work. And of course, I know this doesn't have any kind of backup image. And it's like, it always does this. It's the same thing. It says it can't repair your computer. Advanced options. Troubleshoot your computer. System image recovery. Can't find one. Cancel. Troubleshoot your computer. System restore. To use system restores. Restart this computer and select an operating system, then select restore. No, we can't do that, right? So this is exactly the problem that I got with the other one, and I really think that what they've done is they're blocking. I think they're blocking mass gravel, to be honest with you. And I don't want to be the one to talk about it too much on YouTube, but anyway, I don't know why they even care. I mean, like, they're giving Windows 11 and all this other crap for free. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But my other two computers I'm using aren't giving me problems. And that's the funny thing. And the only thing that's happened with these two is the hardware's been changed. Because I almost wonder if I pull the RAM out of this other thing and shove it all back in this thing, if it'll maybe decide to boot. That's, I think, what I'm going to try. All right, we got 16, we got 32, and we got 8, whatever that is. So 40, 56. It's capable of up to 128. Just see what it does. I don't think it'll start. What do we have here? We have, I don't know, it's hard to see what these discs are. The boot order is really strange. That is weird. Did I pull the hard drive out of this? That might be the problem. I might have pulled the hard drive out of this one to put in the other one, but I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure I saw it in there, but I'm just looking at this really quick. Let's see what the memory says. We have Patriot Micron. It shows all the RAM. Current speed is 266.6. Storage. We have Western Digital 500. That ain't right. This thing is not even right. There's something's wrong here. Hold on. Yep, wasn't plugged in. There's 2 other drives in here, and I don't remember what the hell the reason was. I was just going to use one for storage. I think I stuck the other one in here just because I wanted to get it out of the way. But apparently there was Windows on this other one, and it needs to be redone. I could probably go ahead and do that. This will boot really slow, I'd imagine. But just for the hell of for laughs, maybe we'll do that. I got to try and think about what I want to do now that I know this is fine. It's just unplugged. And I seem to remember I was experimenting with these other drives to see how fast they could possibly boot with a fast computer and lots of RAM. Let's go ahead while we're in here, and we're just gonna, I needed to actually go in here. It should find it automatically anyway. We're gonna we'll try and install on this. All right, we've installed it on this other damn thing. Maybe later. Now I just got to let it do its thing. And then you do the regular process of checking for updates, and we'll see. You know, I really want to see how this will do. It shouldn't affect any kind of performance, actually, now that I think about it, because I really don't need to access the hard drive quickly for anything that I do on here. So it would just take a little bit longer to boot up. And I gotta get in here to download Firefox, and then that'll be the end of that. I really, really don't like Microsoft stuff. Very invasive. Yeah, it's downloading everything. G15 keyboard, which is that there. Get the MSI mouse. Right. Then you get Firefox. I'm listening to 80 meters at 3870 AM in the background, so forgive me. Alright, we'll be sitting here forever waiting to do this. I will let you guys know. I'm going to try and edit it out. Alright, we have it over here. It's adjusted everything. Gives us this cool picture. So basically, seems to be going real slow. We got a lot of RAM with a lot of processor for the money and video card, and I have no idea why this would be that slow. I think it's probably doing more updates, because I saw... Oh, you know what I do too? It's not activated, so basically they're going to slow me on purpose. That's one thing. If you want to download Windows and use it for free, you can do that, but they will also stop you from getting updates at a certain point too. They will say, you can't update this until you activate Windows. And I'm using a 23 copy of Windows that I downloaded and put on the stick. So I need to remove that also. I'm surprised that didn't stop the thing from booting. Anyway, it will eventually say, okay, you need to activate Windows, so you can't download any more updates. Anyway, I don't know at what point does it do that, but pretty quick on. Like, it'll probably do it here somewhere. So, I mean, otherwise, if you had a computer that never accessed the internet, which used to be common back in the day, but nowadays is very uncommon, you could just never ever activate Windows and you would be fine. But what it does, once it detects that you've not activated it and blah blah, and sends a little thing back to their deal, it'll slow your computer down on purpose. And they don't care if you download a copy of Windows, but they're not going to let you activate it for free. So anyway, if you can just roll with it not activated, it won't be the end of the world. Okay, what do we got here? We're pending install. We're installing. Let's get to our optional updates. We need these driver updates. And I'm doing all this on an old drive when we see if it benefits or hurts. I'm imagining it's going to be slow for a lot of stuff. Alright, we did a bunch of updates. I didn't think about it. I didn't film the screen. It pulled a 5560 or something. 5,560. And that was with updates running in the background and all that good stuff. So that's actually pretty good. And that's using the hard drive, the regular hard drive. So yeah, not bad. Alright. We scored 5,711, which is about normal. So anyway, we're done with that. I'll try this another way, but anyway, that's it for now. So still pretty good. Hard drive doesn't really seem to have an effect on this. This really just tests for the CPU. But the computer seems perfectly fine once it's running. It's not very slow. So I'm not going to waste hard drives on these if I've got lots of the spinning ones laying around. Anyway, what I actually might do is put together some other computers and send them down the road. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going to play around with it with the regular hard drive for a while just to kind of see how well it does.